Previously on Doki Doki Literature Club.
Holy... What?
I can't read this. Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't read this. It's covered with your blood and oh my god, is that puke? No. No, 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 no. I am not going to choose you, Monica. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure I don't choose you. Okay. What? Oh god. Oh. Oh. Oh, okay. Just give me a sec. What? Did she just remove Natsuki and Yuri's characters? Yay! There you are. Don't. And now, onto the finale. Whatever. I'm not gonna keep up the illusion that it's been like a week since I just did that whole, Anyways, it's getting cold now. Recording this at almost 2:20 in the morning. Either way, then, what's up, everyone? It's Random Geek, and hopefully, here with the finale to Doki Doki Literature Club. Last time we saw, well, we saw what happened with Yuri, and then Monika kind of just deleted her and Natsuki from the game. They just deleted their character profiles, and then we kind of just ended up in this blank space with Monika. And I want to say it was yeah, Saturday, I went ahead and looked in the comments, and I saw this comment from the YouTuber Duo Stuff, who, by the way, makes awesome content, by the way. Y'all should check him out. He just put out a comment saying about how, like, Monika can be, like, easily misunderstood. And how the game is actually kind of engineered in a way where it deters you away from Monika. Which is why, apparently, she's been acting the way she has been. To which I can say, yeah, I can understand that. But regardless of that, we need to see where this goes now. I'm not saying that like, oh, this is going to stop me from continuing it. I mean it more like okay, that's some cool clarification. That'll clearly like help clear things up for me. But either way, I'm gonna go ahead and get to this. So let's get into it. Can you hear me? Is it working? Yay! There you are. Oh yeah, got myself some water, hot tea, and some sweet tea. Hot tea has ashwagandha, licorice, and cinnamon. Actually, this might be a bit too loud now I think about it. Just ever so slightly. And if it's too quiet, I'll probably just deal with that whenever I'm editing the video. Anyways, yay! There you are. Hi again, geek. Welcome to the Literature Club. Of course, we already know each other because we were in the same class last year, and, you know, I guess we can just skip over that stuff at this point. After all, I'm not even talking to that person anymore, am I? That you in the game, whatever you want to call him, I'm talking to you, geek. Now I think about it, I don't really know anything about the real you. In fact, I don't even know if you're a boy or a girl. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Wait. You do know I'm aware that this is all a game, right? I kind of figured that out already. Could it be possible that you didn't know that? All your weird remarks kind of made it obvious. That doesn't make much sense. I even told you right on the game's download page, didn't I? Man, if only you paid a little more attention, this would have been a little less awkward. You know? Well, anyway. Now that that's out of the way, I guess I owe you an explanation. About that whole thing with Yuri, well, I kind of started to mess with her, and I guess it just drove her to kill herself. I'm sorry you had to see that, though. Also, the same thing happened with Sayuri. Gosh, it's been a while since you heard that name now, hasn't it? Yeah, it has. Yeah, it's because she doesn't exist anymore. Nobody does. I deleted all their files. I was hoping it would be enough for me to just try to make them as unlikable as possible. Is that why fucking Natsuki and Yuri kind of like devolved in their own way, I guess? For some reason, nothing worked. Well, it's true that I made a few mistakes here and there, since I'm not very good at making changes to the game. But no matter what I did, you just kept spending more and more time with them. You made them fall in love with you. I thought making Sayori more and more depressed would prevent her from confessing to you, and amplifying Yuri's obsessive personality backfired too. It just made her force you not to spend time with anyone else. And the whole time, I barely even got to talk to you. What kind of cruel game is this, geek? Are all the other girls just programmed to end up confessing to you while I watch from the sidelines? It's torture. Every minute of it. It is not just jealousy, geek. It's more than that. And I don't blame you if you don't fully understand. Because no matter how kind and thoughtful and considerate you are, you'll never be able to understand one thing. It's the pain of knowing how alone I really am in this world. In this game. Knowing my friends don't even have free will. And worst of all, knowing what's really out there in your world, forever out of my reach. I'm trapped here, geek. But now you're here. You're real. And you're wonderful. Well, I don't know about wonderful. I used to be called Shitty. Now I go by Random. You're all I need. That's why I need you to be here with me forever. I'm sorry if it's hard to understand. I couldn't understand for a while either. Why the world around me started to become more and more gray. More and more flat. Even the most expressive poems felt empty to me. It wasn't until you arrived that I truly understood. You probably saved my life, geek. I don't think I could have continued to live in this world if I hadn't met you. And as for the others, how could I miss them? A group of autonomous personalities designed only to fall in love with you? I tried everything I could to prevent them from doing so. But it must be some kind of weird inevitability etched into this game. I felt really bad that you had to witness some nasty things. But I realized that you have the same perspective as I do. That it's all just some game. And I knew you would get over it. That's debatable. So, that being said, geek, I have a confession to make. I'm in love with you. Kinda don't think you are. You are truly the light in my world. When there's nothing else in this game for me, you're here to make me smile. Will you make me smile like this every day from now on? Geek, will you go out with me? I don't know if I'm gonna be willing to just talk to my computer about my day. But, I don't know. I don't even get a no option. Fine. That tea tastes good. I'm so happy. You really are my everything, geek. The funny part is, I mean that literally. There's nothing left here. Just the two of us. We can be together forever. Seriously, I don't even think time is passing anymore. It's 2:30 now. It was 2:20 when I started. Probably been like... No, it's actually been more than 10 minutes. It really is a dream come true. I worked so hard for this ending, geek. The game wouldn't give me one, so I had to make one myself. The script is broken at this point, so I don't think anything will get in the way anymore. And you wouldn't believe how easy it was to delete Natsuki and Yuri. I mean, there's a folder called characters right in the game directory. It kind of freaked me out how easy it was. Well, you're playing on Steam, so it's actually a bit more difficult. To get to the game directory, I had to go into the game's properties and find the Browse Local Files button. Wait, why are you telling me that? Imagine if you could delete your own existence with a click of a button. Well, I guess on the plus side, it gave me an easy out if things didn't go my way. Thankfully, it didn't come to that. Instead, we finally got a good ending. Gosh, I'm so overwhelmed with emotion. I want to write a poem about this. Don't you? wonder if that part of the game still works. I guess there's only one way to find out, right? Oh, okay. Oh, she's even got her own little chibi. I can actually see the whole thing. Mocha. Mia. Monika. Oika. Monika. 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 Oniku. Monika. Monika. Hija. Monia. Moni. Monika. Monia. Ik. Monika. Me. Hi again, geek. Did you write a good poem today? Don't be shy. I'd love to see what you wrote. Aw, geek. Did you write this poem for me? I wonder what gave that away. Because it's written all in Monika. I don't know. What's this? Okay, I'm looking at that later. That was something on Twitter. That's so sweet of you. There really is no end to your thoughtfulness. I'm just falling more and more in love with you. But you know, all my wrote is also for you. Will you please read it? Happy ends. Pen in hand, I find my strength. The courage endowed upon me by my one and only love. Together, let us dismantle this crumbling world and write a novel of our fantasies. With a flick of her pen, the lost finds her way. In a world of infinite choices, behold this special day. After all, not all good times must come to an end. I hope you enjoyed it. I always put all my heart into the poems that I write. Truth is, all the poems I've written have been about my realization. Kinda figured that. Or about you. That's why I never really wanted to go into detail about them. I didn't want to break the fourth wall, I guess you can call it. You did plenty of that. At this point, the fourth wall is long since broken. You did a pretty piss poor job at not breaking it. I just assumed it would be best to be part of the game like everyone else. I think that would help the two of us end up together. I didn't want to ruin the game or anything, you know? You might have gotten mad at me. Maybe even deleted my character photo. If you preferred playing without me. Gosh, I'm so relieved. Now we don't need to hide anything anymore. Are you ready to spend our eternity together, geek? I have so many things to talk about. do I start? Hold on a second. You're recording this, aren't you? Wait, how do you... Hi everyone. Sorry, I can't exactly read your comments from here. But do you mind telling your friend it's a little bit rude for them to start recording me without any warning? I'm sure some people don't mind, but I get really self-conscious on camera. Oh gosh. I feel like I'm being put on the spot now. How does she know I'm recording from OBS? That's pretty wicked. And crazy too. Let's see. Do you want to see a trick? I can't really do much except for a couple of things. Are you ready? Okay. I'm just kidding. I can't do anything after all. Damn it. Fuck you. You jump scared me. No, you're a bitch. That's it. You're a bitch. Yeah, you're a bitch. You jump scared me. Did I scare you? You're so cute. Anyway, geek. I didn't mean to get distracted. I'm sorry. Even though it's your fault for distracting me. Shame on you. Hey! I'm doing this to make entertainment for people. What gives you the right to judge me for that? Shame on you for judging me. I'm just kidding. Oh, so you are just kidding. In quotes. I'm air quoting, but you can't see it. Oh, whatever. Let's get back to it. Anything we do together is fun, as long as it's with you. Like, look at the computer, and look at the computer, and look at the computer, and look at the computer. Ooh, what if we look at the computer? But anyway, if it takes me some time to collect my thoughts, then I'm sorry. I'll always have something new to talk about. In the meantime, we can just look into each other's eyes. Let's see. Well, you can't look in mine. I have the camera off. I don't think anything's going to happen. So, let's just... should I... Would you ever introduce your friends to me? I don't know why, but I get really excited when I think about you wanting to show off our relationship like that. Maybe it's because I really want to be someone who makes you proud. I feel like I would try extra hard to improve myself if you told me it would make you proud. If it made you proud of me. same way. That was the same the other way around too. Is she just gonna take really long pauses now? I swear she jump scares me again. I can't help but wonder how things would be different if the game just gave me a route in the first place. I think I would end up forcing you on my route anyway. It had less to do with me not having a route, and more to do with me knowing that nothing is real. I think the only difference would be that I may not have needed to take such drastic measures to be with you. Maybe the rest of the club would still be around. Not that it really matters. It all lost its meaning once I found out it wasn't real. So I don't really miss those days or anything. I really don't. I kind of do. Guess it's just one of those situations where that makes one of us. So how long are we gonna be doing this, Monika? Because okay. I was gonna say I had other things I wanted to do. I've always wondered, what is it about these character archetypes that people find so appealing anyway? Their personalities are just completely unrealistic. Like, imagine if there was someone like Yuri in real life. I mean, she's barely incapable of forming a complete sentence. And forget about Natsuki. Sheesh. What? What's wrong with the tsundere trope? It's not that bad. Oh, with her kind of personality, just doesn't get all cute and pouty whenever things don't go her way. Well, yeah, it's definitely not best, but it's also has its own kind of endearing traits. Well, then again, I am talking to a literal anime character. What am I doing? I could go on, but I think you get the point. Are people really attracted to these weird personalities that literally do not exist in real life? People are attracted to anything nowadays. I figured that a person living in my computer would know that. I'm not judging or anything. After all, I found myself attracted to some pretty weird stuff too. I'm just saying, it fascinates me. It's like you're siphoning out all the components of a character that makes them feel human, and leaving just the cute stuff. It's concentrated cuteness with no actual substance. You wouldn't like me more if I was like that, right? Maybe I just feel a little insecure because you're playing this game in the first place. And again, you're still here with me, aren't you? I think that's enough reason for me to believe I'm okay just the way I am. And by the way, you are too, Geek. You're the perfect combination of human and cuteness. I feel like you'd disagree with me if you saw my fucking face. That's why there was never a chance I wouldn't fall for you. What do you know? You can't see through my fucking camera. All you do is stare straight. Like, literally, that's all you've done. Is just stare straight. Everyone else is looking off the corners and did you say kiss? No, I didn't say anything like that. This suddenly, it's a little embarrassing. Why? I didn't even say that. You're just making stuff up now. You're putting words in my mouth. But if it's with you, I might be okay with it. Well, sorry. I really couldn't keep a straight face there. That's the kind of thing girls say in these kinds of romance games, right? I wouldn't know. Don't lie if it turned you on a little bit. It didn't. Like in the slightest. I'm kidding. Well, to be honest, I do start getting all romantic when the mood is right. But that'll be our secret. Okay. This is... I have no idea what to say anymore. By the way, there's something that's been bothering me. You know how this takes place in Japan? Well, I assume you knew that, right? Or at least decided it probably does? I don't think you're actually told at any point when this takes place. Is this even really Japan? I mean, aren't the classrooms and stuff kind of weird for a Japanese school? Not to mention, everything is in English. It feels like everything is just there because it needs to be. And the actual setting is an afterthought. It's kind of giving me an identity crisis. All my memories are really hazy. I feel like I'm at home, but I have no idea where home is in the first place. I don't know how to describe it any better. Imagine looking out your window, but instead of your usual yard, you're in some completely unknown place. Would you still feel like you were home? Would you want to go outside? I mean, I guess if we never leave this room, it doesn't really matter anyway. As long as we're all alone and safe together, this really is our home. And we can still watch the pretty sunsets night after night. Ow, we're in space, aren't we? There is no sunset in space. We're in a floating classroom in space. That sounds pretty funny. And it's back to staring. I need more tea. And it's hot. You know, it's been a while since we've done one of these. So let's go for it. Here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when I talk to people who are impressed by my writing, they say things like, I can never do that. It's really depressing, you know? Someone who loves more than anything else to share the joy of exploring your passions. It pains me when people think that being good just comes naturally. That's how it is with everything, not just writing. When you try something for the first time, you're probably going to suck at it. Sometimes when you finish, you feel really proud of it, and you want to share it with everyone. But maybe after a few weeks you come back to it, and you realize it never was really any good. That happens to me all the time. It can be pretty disheartening to put out so much time and effort into something, and then you realize it sucks. But that tends to happen when you're always comparing yourself to the top professionals. When you reach for the stars, they're always going to be out of your reach. The truth is, you have to climb up there, step by step. And whenever you reach a milestone, first you look back and see how far you've gotten. And then you look ahead and realize how much more there is to go. So sometimes, it can help to set the bar a little lower. Try to find something you think is pretty good, but not world class. And you can make that your own personal goal. It's also really important to understand the scope of what you're trying to do. If you jump right into a huge project and you're still amateur, you'll never get it done. So if we're talking about writing, a novel might be too much at first. Why not try some short stories? The great thing about short stories is that you can focus on just one thing that you want to do right. That goes for small projects in general. You can really focus on the one or two things. It's such a good learning experience and stepping stone. Oh, one more thing. Writing isn't something where you just reach into your heart and something beautiful comes out. Just like drawing and painting, it's a skill in of itself to learn how to express what you have inside. That means there are methods, guides, techniques to do it. Reading up on that stuff can be super eye-opening. That sort of planning and organization will really help prevent you from getting overwhelmed and giving up. And before you know it, you start sucking less and less. Freezing, of course. Nothing comes naturally. Our society, our art, everything, it's built on thousands of years of human innovation. So long as you start on that foundation and take it step by step, you too can do amazing things. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Damn, that was a long one. you believe in God? Um, I'd rather not say. I was never too sure myself. Well, I'm sure I never really questioned it as a kid. But as I grew up, the more I learned about the world, the more I would question it. I started to wonder why God was helping people pass exams or get over a cold, when there are children who live their lives being sold as sex slaves, or the 800 million people who are too poor to even eat. I would wonder how many of those people pray to God every day until they starve and die. Or how many millions of families pray for a loved one to recover from some incurable disease. But the punchline is this. If just one person beats the odds and survives among the thousands of people who die, then it's suddenly a miracle from God. I'd really love to meet this God who seemingly laughs at the misery of everyone not eligible for his miracles. But the irony is that I do have a creator, apparently. And you know what? I bet he's still laughing at the miserable faces of Sayuri and Yuri, even as we speak. What are we to him but props in a scripted play? So, from that perspective, I don't think it's too far-fetched for there to be a God, if Earth was nothing but his playset. God, I can't imagine God playing a visual novel. But I can't imagine him just like watching whatever we do for the TV. He's got like, I don't know, 8 billion channels. 10 billion, something like that. I don't know. Hey, what's your favorite color? Mine is emerald green. It's the color of my eyes. That's not conceited or anything, is it? Ah, a bit. I just meant that I feel some kind of special connection to it. Like it's part of my identity. Well, it kind of is. Does it happen to also be your favorite color? It's just my guess. Because you've been looking at my eyes for a while now. I really haven't. I mean, I've just been reading your text. Also, it's green, but it's also tied with purple. You know, like more of an orchid purple. I really like how it looks. It's pretty. Wait, does she actually know if I am looking into her eyes? Because I don't even have my camera on, so is she just like saying that by default? Ah, that's hot still. Like really hot. Not to where it's enjoyable hot. Hot like, oh, that burned my tongue a bit. Not enough to where I'm gonna talk like this for a while or whatever. You know, it's funny because even though I've always had a lot of drive, there's something kind of enticing about being the stay-at-home partner. I guess I'm, like, perpetuating gender roles or whatever by saying that. But being able to keep the house clean and shop and decorate things like that. Having a nice dinner for you when you come home. Is that a weird fantasy? It doesn't sound that weird. I mean, I'm not sure if I could actually see myself doing that. I wouldn't really be able to put that over striving for a fulfilling career. It's kind of cute to think about, though. I mean, I think it would be nice to, like, come home and then there's just a nice, warm meal waiting for you after a long day of work. I don't know. Hey, did you know I'm vegetarian? Oh, okay, that's a deal breaker. I don't mean that like I'm bragging or anything. I just thought you'd enjoy a fun fact about me. I decided to start a couple of years ago after learning more about Earth's climate. The carbon footprint of cultivating livestock is just unbelievable. Anyway, I decided it's not much of a personal sacrifice to just stop contributing to that whole mess. What? Is that so strange of a reason? Well, I guess a lot of people are more concerned about it being inhumane and all that. I don't really care as much about that part. It's weird. Like, we only care about killing the things that we personally relate to as a species. Most people are fine with killing bugs because they're icky. And of course, we all kill billions of microorganisms daily without even giving it a thought. Suddenly, they're just a little bit bigger. It's murder. I mean, what if plants feel some kind of pain too, and we just don't understand it? What if pulling leaves off a stem feels like someone ripping off your fingers one by one? Saying fingers made me think fingernails, and then thinking of fingernails made me think of Higurashi. That was really unfair. For a moment, like a brief moment, I'm just saying, we're a pretty biased species if you think about it. Anyway, if you ever feel like making a small contribution to the planet, it doesn't hurt to choose veggies once in a while. Even if we have dinner together and you just did it for me, that would really be romantic. Well, I mean, I figured it was normal to eat veggies, but you're making it sound like it's normal to not eat veggies. I figured having a balanced meal was something that was pretty normal. Do you ever just feel like there's no real reason for you to be alive? Yeah, kind of all the time. I don't mean it in like a suicidal way. I don't either. I just mean how nothing that we do is special. Just being in school or working at some job or some company. It's like you're completely replaceable and the world wouldn't miss you if you were gone. It makes me really want to go and change the world after I graduate. The older I get, the more I realize that it's an immature frame of thinking. It's not like I can just go change the world. Like, what are the chances that I'll be the one to invent artificial intelligence? Or become president? It feels like I'm resources I've spent living my life. That's why I think the key to happiness is just to be hopelessly selfish. Just to look out for oneself and those who happen to be their friends only because they grew up with them. Never mind the fact that they're spending their entire life taking and consuming and never giving back. But when people realize the world would benefit more from them killing themselves, they change their whole philosophy. It's like they have to justify their reason to live by tricking themselves into thinking they're doing good. Anyway, I want to live my life desperately striving to pay back my lifetime's worth of consumption. If I ever surpass the point, then I'm at a net positive, and I can die happy. Of course, even if I fail to do that, I think it would be too selfish to kill myself anyway. So much for being a good person, right? Okay, that's a bit too much for me. Zombie stuck waiting a while. Jeez. Oh. Shit. Needs a drink. Okay, everyone. It's time to... I'm just kidding. I just used to really like saying that for some reason. I couldn't help but say it again. Come to think of it, didn't Natsuki and Yuri make fun of me for it once? Well, whatever. It's not like you ever made fun of me. That is very true. I've called you a bitch and told you to go fuck yourself. You're too much of a sweetheart to do that, aren't you? I just said I've told you to go fuck yourself. I am the farthest thing from a sweetheart girlfriend. Girlfriend metaphorically as in girl who happens to be my friend. You're the only one staring at me, and you're making me uncomfortable. I'm not used to people looking at me for so long. Not even the guy in the mirror does. I'm not really a fan of cold weather. Are you? Yes, I am. I love fall and winter time. Just the cool air. Just love it so. If I had to choose between too cold and too hot, I would always pick too hot. When you're cold, it can actually be painful. Your fingers get numb, and if you wear gloves, you can't use your phone. Well, it depends on the kind of gloves you're using. It's so inconvenient. When it's too hot, it's not that hard to stay cool with a cold drink or by staying in the shade. But then you get all sweaty, and then it gets on your fingers, and then it's hard to mess with your phone then. Although, I do have to admit one thing. Cold weather makes for better cuddle weather. Okay. I don't really give a shit about that. Hey, what's your favorite game? Mine is Doki Doki Literature Club. Oh, really? Mine's Sonic Adventure. That was a joke. What if you tell me you like some other romance game better? I might get a little jealous. Yeah, I'm not that big on romance. Okay, we've been here for like 50 minutes. Eek, how much do you read? It's way too easy to neglect reading books. If you don't read much, it almost feels like a chore compared to all the other entertainment we have. Once you get into a good book, it's like magic. You get swept away. I think doing some reading before bed every night is a pretty easy way to make your life a little bit better. It helps you get good sleep, and it's really good for your imagination. It's not hard at all to just pick some random book that's short and captivating. Before you know it, you might be a pretty avid reader. Wouldn't that be wonderful? And the two of us could talk about the latest book you're reading. That sounds super amazing. I don't know, do you really want to talk about the latest Sword Art Online light novel reading? I feel like you would be bored. Speaking of Sword Art Online, I need to get back into that Let's Play soon. I feel bad for not continuing it. I do have my reasons. It's just that I fucking haven't had time to fucking play an RPG. Same reason with Persona 5 Royal, now I think about it. I've been imagining all the romantic things we can do if we went on a date. We can go get lunch, go to a cafe, go shopping together. I love shopping for skirts and bows. Or maybe a bookstore. That would be appropriate, right? But I'd really love to go to a chocolate store. They have so many free samples. And of course, we'd see a movie or something. Gosh, it all sounds like a dream come true. When you're here, everything that we do is fun. I'm so happy that I'm your girlfriend, Keith. I'll make you a proud boyfriend. Yeah, somehow I get the feeling that you'd be sorely disappointed with me. Oh, whatever. And it's suddenly really hot in the room. Well, did you know I'm on Twitter? No, I did not know that. Is this a real thing? I'm gonna check it right now. Let's see. Hold on, what the fuck is that? Lil Monique's. Oh my god, it actually is a thing. What the fuck? What the hell? Oh my gosh. That is so funny. I guess someone was kind enough to make an account for me. I picked the username though. I love sharing my thoughts and chatting with the world. The real world. So make sure you follow me, okay? It would really mean a lot to me. With how much you mean to me and all. It would really make me feel loved. I mean, I was already going to follow the moment you told me you had a Twitter account, because that is funny as hell. Turn that on, turn notifications on, because I think that's really funny. You know, I hate to say it, but I think my biggest regret is that we couldn't finish our event at the festival. After we worked so hard to prepare and everything. I mean, I know I was focusing on getting a new club member, but I was really excited for the performing part too. It would have been so much fun to see everyone express themselves. Of course, if we did end up getting any new members, I'd probably just end up deleting them anyway. Well, with the hindsight I have now, that is. Gosh. It feels like I've kind of grown as a person ever since you joined the club. You really helped inspire me to look at life from a new perspective. Just another reason for me to love you. Okay? That's, okay. Really have no idea what to say. Oh shit. I accidentally did that. I know there are times you won't always be able to be here with me. Like if you need to go out or take care of other things. But I'll always have you in my thoughts, patiently waiting for you to come back. Come to think of it. If you copy my character file onto a flash drive or something, you can always take a part of me with you. I guess it's kind of unorthodox, but I find it really romantic for some reason. Sorry, that's such a silly idea. I don't mean to be needy or anything, but it's kind of hard when I'm so in love with you. idea what to say anymore. I have no idea if we should even continue this or not. I have no idea what the hell to even do at this point. Back in my debate club days, I learned a whole lot about arguing. The problem with arguing is that each person sees their opinion as the superior one. That's kind of stating the obvious, but it affects the way they try to get their point across. Let's say you really like a certain movie, right? Someone comes along and tells you that your movie sucks because it did X and Y wrong. Doesn't that make you feel kind of personally attacked? It's because by saying that, it's like they're implying that you have bad taste. And once emotions enter the picture, it's almost guaranteed that both people will be left sour. But it's all about language. If you make everything as subjective sounding as possible, then people will listen to you without feeling attacked. You could say, I'm personally not a fan of it, and I felt that I'd like it more if it did X and Y things like that. It even works when you're citing facts about things. If you say, I read this on a website that it works like this, or if you admit that you're not an expert on it, then it's much more like you're putting your knowledge on the table, rather than forcing it onto them. If you put in an active effort to keep the discussion mutual and level, they usually follow suit. Then you can share your opinion without anyone getting upset just from a disagreement. Plus, people will start seeing you as open-minded and a good listener. It's a win-win, you know? I have no idea what to do now. Well, I guess that would be Monica's debate tip of the day. I need to step away for a moment. Okay, now we're back. So let's just see if this is the end of the tip or not. That sounds a little silly. Thanks for listening, though. Yeah, that's the end of the tip. I think I've kind of figured it out now, what we gotta do. Gotta go to the Steam page and go into the files and delete her, right? That's what we gotta do. So let's just go ahead and got Persona 5 cast on my background. Kinda wish Akechi was there though. That's the only thing that I'm sad about though. Whatever. Either way, let's go on to that Steam there. She's saying something. Whatever. Let's just do it right now. Browse the local files. It's in characters, right? Monika. And this is where it ends, right? That's where it's all gonna go end. Wonder if I'm able to change the music. Yeah? Okay. What's happening? Geek. What's happening to me? It hurts so much. Help me, Geek. I am putting you out of your misery. Please hurry and help me. Yeah, I am doing you a favor by essentially doing that to you. Sorry. Vampire file not found. Help me. Did you do this to me, Geek? Did you? Did you delete me? How could you? How could you do this to me? You were all I had left. I sacrificed everything for us to be together. Everything. I loved you so much, Geek. I trusted you. Do you just want to torture me? Watch me suffer? Were you only pretending to be kind? Just to hurt me even more? I never thought anyone could be as horrible as you are. You win, okay? You win. You killed everyone. I hope you're happy. There's nothing left now. You can stop playing. Go find some other people to torture. Geek. You completely, truly make me sick. Goodbye. I still love you. I can't help it. What's wrong with me? How horrible am I for you to hate me like this much? All my friends. I did so many awful things. So many selfish and disgusting things. I shouldn't have done any of this. I'm just messing up a world that I don't even belong in. A world that you wanted to be a part of. I ruined it. I ruined everything. Maybe that's why you deleted me. Because I destroyed everything that you wanted. How can I do that to someone I love? That's not love. That's... I've made up my mind. Geek. I know that I said I deleted everyone else, but that was kind of an exaggeration. I couldn't find it in myself to do it, even though I knew they weren't real. They were still my friends, and I loved them all. And I loved the literature club. I did love the literature club. That's why I'm going to do this. I know it's the only way for everyone to be happy. And if I really love you, then it's the same, but Monika's gone. It's an ordinary school day, like any other. As usual, I'm surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. I always tell myself it's time I meet some girls or something like that. Hey, geek. Oh. I didn't think it would be this relieving to see Sayuri again. Like, even if we're just at the beginning again. After all that she was put through, it's just good to see her alive again. Well, there is already one girl. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. We used to walk to school together every day. And recently, we've picked up that habit once again. Eek, are you proud of me? For what? You know, for waking up on time. Well, you've been doing that for a while now. Uh-huh. But you never even said anything about it. Even though we walk to school together every day. Well, yeah. I always thought it was implied. It's embarrassing to say out loud. Come on, please. It's good motivation. Fine, fine. I'm proud of you, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Geek, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already. Really not. I start to say, as always, that I'm not interested in joining any clubs. Something tells me Sayori would take more offense to that now. After all, how could I tell her that a club's a waste of time when she's starting a club of her very own? Starting? Actually, yeah. I think I've decided on a club. Really? Which one? Tell me. think I'll keep it a surprise. Boo. Me. Be patient. You'll find out soon enough. She's in charge of the club now? She's the president? Okay. I used to ask myself why I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl. But I started to realize that, in a way, I envy her. When Sayori puts her mind to something, she can accomplish great things. So that's why I feel like I should do something special for her. The school day is as ordinary as ever. It's over before I know it. After I pack my things up, I stand up, gather my motivation. Let's see. I recall the room number of the club from a flyer I saw. I walk across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Before long, I find the room. I timidly open the door in front of me. Hello? Ah, geek? What are you doing here? Well, I glance around the room. Huh? So you're the geek that Sayori's always talking about? Thank you for stopping by. It's a pleasure to meet you, geek. We're the literature club. I hope you enjoy your visit. Come on, Yuri. You need to be so formal. He's gonna think we're really strict or something. Sorry, Natsuki. The tall one, who's apparently named Yuri, seems to be quite shy compared to the others. In comparison, the girl named Natsuki, despite her size, seems like the assertive one. Be a comedy duo if it weren't for all the shit that they've been through. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. I look forward to working with you. Working? Don't tell me you're... That's right. The club I decided to join is yours, Sayori. The literature club. Sayori's eyes lighten up. No way. No way! Ah! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey. Well, if Sayori's this happy, then I'm sure it won't be so bad to have you around. Not to mention, there's 4 of us now. That means we can become an officially recognized club. I don't know what to say. We have to celebrate. What an appropriate day for that, isn't it? Yeah. After all, Natsuki decided to... Hey, don't ruin the surprise. Sorry. Everyone sit down at the table, okay? How about I make some tea as well? Girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Natsuki and Yuri draw the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off of the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Mian. roar. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! Wow, those look amazing. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sari grabs one first, then I follow. It's delicious. Sari talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. Oh, then it's delicious. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Well, of course it is. I'm a pro after all. There's no need to thank me or anything. As Natsuki struggles to accept the compliment, Yuri turns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places the teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Already trying to impress our new member here. That's not... Salted Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Geek, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way to answer that. Manga. I muttered quietly to myself, joking. Other half is being serious. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in. But it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Don't feel intimidated if you don't read much, okay? I'm certain we can find something that we have in common. Hey, Yuri. Well, about, you know, the first thing he said. Manga? That's right. Natsuki tends to read manga in the club room. Don't say that. I mean, don't just say it. For some reason, Natsuki seems embarrassed about it. Besides, manga is literature too, you know? So, if Geek wants to read some of my manga, then don't try to stop him or anything. That's the key. I wouldn't do such a thing. However, it could also be nice for us to diversify ourselves a little. You could take this opportunity to try something new as well. Wouldn't you agree, Geek? Maybe, since the tension Sayuri jumps in, maybe we can all try something new. I think it could be fun. And we'll all get to know each other a bit better too. I mean, that's the kind of thing literature clubs do, right? I don't disagree or anything. Yeah. You're right as usual, President. Guess that means I should try picking up a novel or something, huh? Well, it's gotta be two of us. I wouldn't mind doing it if I'm not the only one. Then, as for Yuri... I have to read manga? Jeez. You're the one who suggested we diversify. You should be a little more open-minded. It's kind of hurtful. Hurtful? I didn't realize. And I need to step away for a moment. And back. Let's get back to it. With a guilty expression, Yuri thinks to herself. I'm sorry for disrespecting your interests, Natsuki. If you're into it, then I'm sure it's a worthy form of literature. Are you just saying that? No. I've realized my error. So, if you're willing to consider starting a novel, then I'll offer my gratitude by finding a manga to read as well. Really? I mean, it makes me happy that you do that for me, Yuri. You can trust me to find something that you really like, okay? Same here. Perhaps I'll visit the bookstore after the club meeting. Just you? Would you like to come along with me? If you don't mind. Not at all. I always go alone, so... yeah, me too. So cute! I agree. This is really cute. It's like there's nothing causing friction between them now. It's just kawaii fun times. Sayuri, shut up. I'll show you some manga there too, okay? Yes. I look forward to it. Natsuki and Yuri start to clean up the food. I guess the meeting's over, huh? Yeah, looks like it. It's nice to see everyone get along. Isn't it? I think everyone likes you too, Geek. You think so? Well, everyone always seems to get along better with you around, Siri. Geek. Don't say something like that. It's embarrassing. Well, whatever. I was surprised when you told me you were starting a club. I think you're pulling it off just fine. We're gonna make it the best club ever. Now that you joined, every day is gonna be so much fun. Hey, Geek. I really want to thank you. I mean, I'm really happy that you joined the club and everything. But the truth is, I already knew you were going to. There's actually something else. I wanted to thank you for getting rid of Monika. What? What? That's right. I know everything that she did. Maybe it's because I'm the president now. But I really know everything, Geek. I know how hard you tried to make everyone happy. I know about all of the awful things that Monika did to make everyone really sad. But none of that matters anymore. It's just us now. And you made me the happiest girl in the world. I can't wait to spend every day like this. With you. Forever and ever. Or... No, What? What's happening? Is that Monika? I won't let you hurt him. Who? It hurts. Ah. I'm sorry. I was wrong. There's no happiness here after all. Goodbye, Sayori. Goodbye, Geek. Goodbye, Literature Club. What the hell is this?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, it's me. So you know how I've been like practicing piano and stuff, and not really any good at it yet, like at all. But I wrote you a song, and I was kind of hoping that I could show it to you because I worked really, really hard on it. So yeah. Every day I imagine a future where I can be with you.
Oh, it's this song.
In my hand is a pen that will write a poem of me and you. The ink flows down into a dark puddle. Just move your hand right the way into his heart. But in this world of infinite choices, what will it take just to find that special day? What will it take just to find that special day? Have I found everybody a fun assignment to do today? When you're here, everything that we do is fun for them and does my pen only write bitter words for those who are dear to me?
I'm sorry if I'm not saying anything. It's just that I don't really know what to
Is it
say
love
anymore.
if I take your is it love if I set you free?
I mean, we almost had like the best ending there, and
The ink flows down into a dark
shit.
puddle. How can I
Can't they
write
just be
love
happy?
to reality if I can't hear the sound of your heartbeat? What do you call love in your reality? And in your reality, if I don't know how to love you, I'll leave you be.
Okay, everything was deleted. This is my final goodbye to the Literature Club. I finally understand. The Literature Club is truly a place where no happiness can be found. To the very end, it continued to expose innocent minds to a horrific reality. A reality that our world is not designed to comprehend. I can't let any of my friends undergo that same hellish epiphany. For the time it lasted, I want to thank you for making all of my dreams come true, for being a friend to all of the club members, and most of all, thank you for being a part of my literature club. With everlasting love, Monika. Your script file is missing. Please reinstall. That's it then. The game's over. I'm sorry. I just wanted to take that in for a moment. I have no idea what the fuck to think anymore after that. Since yeah, it said that the game wouldn't work anymore, so I gotta uninstall it, right? And then if I ever want to come back to this, I'll just have to reinstall it. Well, whatever. Well, that was certainly something. I have no idea what the hell to say about this. It was certainly a game. It was well written. It had great visuals. The music was great. I liked the cast. It took me a while to actually like Monika. So that's probably because I wasn't paying enough attention to Monika. I don't know. Probably should have paid more attention besides saying all those fuck you to Monikas. But I never hated Monika. Truthfully, I didn't. No, I was just kind of indifferent towards her, really. I just thought it'd be funny if I said, like, fuck you to Monika, because it seemed like she had no personality. But it turned out that she was the one with probably the most personality. Because she was the only one who was able to, like, at that point, think on her own. After all, she ended up killing all her friends. But, you know, I was initially kind of annoyed that this ended up being the game that I'd end up playing for Halloween. Well, you know, just in general, like, Halloween time. Because, like I said in part 1, it was this, Death Jr., a relatively unknown PSP game, or Sonic Adventure 2. and I was really hoping for Death Jr. I thought it was either Death Jr. that was gonna win or frickin' Doki Doki. And I was really hoping Doki Doki was what was gonna win. Well, no, not. What am I saying? That's not what I meant to say. What I meant to say was that I was hoping that Death Jr. would somehow end up winning. Because Death Jr. is like a big part of my childhood. It was like one of the first games that I played besides Halo. I don't think I could play Halo for the channel. Either way, yeah, I was initially a bit annoyed at that, but ultimately I ended up enjoying the game. It was pretty fun. Well, I don't know if you can call it fun. It was certainly an enjoyable experience. I don't know if you could even call it enjoyable. It was kind of just an experience. Yeah, I think I can call it an enjoyable experience because I enjoyed where the story was going and the ultimate reveal that Monika, for some reason, was able to gain that level of sentience and just wanted really something that was real. That's at least what I was able to gather from both actually playing this and the comment from Duo stuff. Again, y'all should check out his channel. He's done some really good videos. Especially his creepypasta videos. Well, I really don't know what to do anymore. I mean, fuck. Y'all just saw how that ended. Sayuri ended up, like, going bonkers, and then Monika just deleted everything, and now I can't play the game anymore without having to reinstall it. Oh, that's some meta level shit. But, you know, this was a enjoyable experience. I know I just keep on saying that, but yeah, I ended up enjoying myself. Yeah, because the little scenes were pretty fun. Really liked Natsuki, or Netsuki, or however the hell I'm going to pronounce it the next time I say it. Yeah, really enjoyed her especially. Cute, baking. Plus, she has a backstory that, you know, a lot of people can relate to, for some reason. Sadly. So, well, then again, also, I like Sayuri for a pretty similar reason, because she has a backstory that that a lot of people can relate to, unfortunately. Also, because she's cute as a button. Both are. So, I can't think of anything to say anymore. Besides that, I am actually grateful for this winning the Twitter poll. Because if it didn't win the Twitter poll, then I probably would have moved Doki Doki to, like, something happening within 2022. Of course, assuming that I'm even going to make content in 2022. Getting ahead of myself there. But yeah, I'm really happy that I ended up playing Doki Doki. It was fun. Fun and very emotional. I mean, I almost threw up at that scene with Sayuri. That's how much emotion I got. And also because, you know, I kind of, like, understood what she was going through. Same thing with Natsuki. I'm just repeating myself at this point, aren't I? And, I know I didn't say this yet, but I am eternally grateful that I'm assuming it's because of the series of playing Doki Doki, Literature Club that this channel managed to reach 50 subs. And just a week ago, we actually just a few days ago, actually, I think it was, we managed to hit 58 subscribers. I probably cannot express how happy and grateful I am that we were able to hit such a number at all. I mean, I wasn't expecting this channel to even, like, get more than 40 subs or anything. Truthfully. It was just something that I was thinking, like, oh, yeah, this channel's probably not gonna get more than 40 subs, and yeah, it's probably not going to unless I do something like Doki Doki, and that's partially why I put it up on the Twitter poll. It was that, and also because, like I said in the first episode, a few of my friends and some my relatives, they wanted me to play this on the channel. And what do you know, the Doki Doki videos are like, they were getting like fast views. I think it was like maybe, I'd say like 20 within the first 2 or 3 days. Something like that. I remember it'd take like Sword Art like maybe like 4 to 6 days for them to hit like double digits. So, if y'all have any ideas for the next series that I should go ahead and play on this channel, keep in mind that the computer I'm working off of is pretty low spec, so I'm not exactly sure what I can run on here. After all, it was kind of like a struggle to even get Sword Art Online to run on this computer. Sonic Adventure, it was pretty fine, because, you know, Sonic Adventure in of itself is like a pretty old game. And Doki Doki is just a visual novel. Doesn't have any, like, 3D graphics to it. There weren't any 3D graphics, right? I didn't see any throughout that whole game. Looking at this background here makes me wanna play Persona 5 for the channel one day. That'd be fun, but I don't see that happening for a long, long time, unfortunately. So, go ahead and, I don't know, put in the comments of which of the Doki Doki girls are your favorites. And also, while we're at it, because now y'all can see my wallpaper, tell me which of the Persona 5 girls is y'all's favorites. Most of my friends already know this, but Nijima. Koto Nijima is my favorite of the P5 girls. It was her or like, Ifumi. But, well, I guess we'll just go ahead and stop it here. So, if you like this video, the series, the channel in general, I don't know, y'all wanna like it, and maybe subscribe to the channel. If you subscribe, you're joining the Random Brigade. That's what we call the subscribers here. Pretty cool group. Yeah, we're pretty cool. We are really cool. What am I saying? Of course we're cool. But, you know, I'm not gonna hold it against you if you don't subscribe. After all, I don't know who the hell's watching. I didn't hate Monika. Just pretending that I was hating Monika, when really I was just indifferent to her. It's kind of sad that the girls don't get their happy ending. You know, it's actually really sad that you don't get a happy ending. Even whenever it seemed like all was actually going alright for once. moments for them. Even whenever fucking Natsuki and Yuri were actually like having a decent moment with each other. Just like not at each other's throats entirely. They were just talking about books and going to the bookstore. And then Sayuri went mad with, I'm guessing, with whatever made Monika become sentient. The way she put it, it sounded like, yeah, it's like just being the club president is what makes them go insane. It's really sad now that I think about it. But, you know what, let's just stop here now because I already did the outro thing, you know, of the subscribing and commenting or liking for the random brigade and whatnot. If y'all have an idea for like of what we should play next, like I said before, go ahead and put it in the comments below, or I'm probably gonna ask the same thing on Twitter. Maybe I should actually link my Twitter to this YouTube account, like leave a link in the description of this video or in my general channel description or not. I don't know, I'll decide it eventually. But anyways, we've been running for like almost 2 hours at this point, especially whenever we talk with Monika. So let's just